Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces, I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
DDT!
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
What a shot!
Oof! Body shot!
Incoming!
You saw that being telegraphed.
Going straight to the top turnbuckle.
On the top. Whoa! Both men now on the apron. This is a scary situation.
Readjusting the furniture. We know how this ends.
There is nothing but malicious intent when you deal damage out on the apron.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Face first comes.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
Oh, no.
What a headbutt.
Vicious. And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
And Alpha unable to gain focus there.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense. Here we go. Through the air. And connects. From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Oh, man. Popped up into the bottom.
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
And the Dudley Boys' tables match supremacy lives on. What a match.
Offense. Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Alpha and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted, not something common of most.
Take off!
Headbutt! Back into the ring here. I don't know what they're looking for here.
I guarantee that chair is not going to be used as it was designed for.
Oh, kick connects. He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
He's thinking the steel chair is just what he needs to wreak some havoc here.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad.
Don't say that too loud, Saxon. You might get caught.
And Bubba is a bit staggered after that attack. Oh, line. Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable. Massive atomic drop. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the table is for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring. Going right after the neck. Neck breaker.
He's starting to feel the results of this pounding.
Nasty! The hardest part of the ring.
You don't aim for the apron unless you're looking to do some serious damage.
To the sky.
Oh no, went big and pays for it.
Oh no. Decided to take a leap of faith and paid the price.
And wait a minute, what's the manager doing under the apron? And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With the famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T, TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans through a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
Dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. Holy, meet the barricade.
No! Face first, snake eyes! Indicators!
And he now slides back into the ring.
This is not going to be pretty. Not there! What the? And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
And the Dudley Boys' tables match supremacy lives on. What a match.
Alpha and Sika really gave it their all, but there's a reason the Dudleys are synonymous with tables, and we just saw why once again.
We know what to expect from the Dudleys in a match like this, but the added factor of the Wild Samoans made this one truly unpredictable.
You know things are going to get a little more extreme tonight. Bubba Ray Dudley in the ring.
One half of one of the most decorated tag teams in the business. You don't receive an honor like that without a good mix of skill, power, and ruthlessness. Bubba's lack of concern for the well-being of his opponent might only be outshined by his lack of self-preservation.
Yeah, Corey, I have a feeling we're going to see that same extreme champion mentality tonight.
Yeah, but looking to make quick work of this one is Roman Reigns.
You have to think that's always the plan for Roman going into a match. But we also know that he has the physical capability to drag this out into deep waters. There just simply is no such thing as giving up to the original Tribal Chief. Delivering nasty stomps. And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
Corey, what kind of mindset does Roman Reigns need to be in if he wants to get this match won?
I think Roman needs to fully unleash himself and give in to his aggression. This is no time for holding back or being cerebral. Just go all out and brutalize the competition.
And one punch connects after another. Bubba is attacking from every angle.
Bubba is absolutely unloading here.
He's locked him up.
And there's the Uranagi.
Landed him. Bam!
What a kick.
Intercepted by Bubba. He's got the shoulders down. Lifts up the shoulder.
Early pinfall attempt denied at one. A lot of time left to go.
Punishing power slam. Boom. Oh my gosh, what impact.
Bubba wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, Reigns brought the fight in a major way on that exchange. Kick to the gut.
Wrapped around into a neck breaker. Kick to the gut.
Oh, what a right!
Ooh.
Can he do it here? And he doesn't let the pin last long at all.
Not even close to down and out at this point.
Power slam!
He quickly gets out of dodge. Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Bubba Ray seems unable to turn the momentum here.
Roman taking an all-out approach here. Just up.
A pin. This might do it.
Oh, he kicked out.
That was a long 2 count there.
Ooh! He's definitely been worn down a little.
Grabbed by Bubba. Bubba hits the Bubba cutter. Bubba Ray can put it away here.
Uh-oh. Has to find a way out of this. Powerbomb! Bubba Ray has the shoulders down. This could be it. He breaks the ref's count before 2.
Wow.
Oof. Good punch. Nasty. He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now?
Uh-oh. Leg drop across the neck.
And here he comes.
This changes the game right here.
You can say that again, Cole. Not only change it, it might end the game.
Trying to put this thing away.
Shoulders down, roll up.
Kick out before the count.
Not quite enough to put him away. Bubba Ray zeroing in.
Turns it around.
He's been taken hold of.
Ooh, vicious kick to the spine. No idea how he's even able to continue in this match.
At this point in the match, there's no time to recover. The damage is done.
The fight could get very dangerous out at ringside now. He could be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover.
Hapless spot for Bubba Ray.
Spiked with a Uranagi. Roman being the aggressor.
It looks like Bubba Ray is struggling right now.
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this. Spear!
Bubba is in big trouble.
Makes a cover. He wins! He wins!
Here is your winner, the OTC.
A valiant effort, but you can't deny that the earlier distraction had catastrophic repercussions throughout the match.
Hey, they were just trying to keep them on their toes here. And guess what? They did. So it looks like a win-win to me.
Yeah, more like a game plan backfiring, Corey. And that is cause for celebration.
Whoa!
I don't know if this is a good idea. This is going to take more strength than he has left.
A lift up.
The power bomb. Boom!
Bang! Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows and a stomp to the gut.
Predator on the hunt again.
Orton is as dangerous as ever, perhaps even more so.
The following contest is scheduled.
Here we have Drew McIntyre, a superstar you could consider a pro's pro. This guy has racked up a ton of time in the ring over his lengthy career.
A lengthy and highly decorated career, that is. I chalk that up to Drew's constant growth and evolution. He's bigger, badder, and better today than ever. Than he even was yesterday.
Over the years, one thing has always stayed the same, though. Drew McIntyre is one intimidating heavy hitter of an opponent.
And on the other side of the ring is the apex predator, Randy Orton. Able to turn anyone into his prey whenever he sees fit.
With Orton, the complexion of the match changes as soon as the bell rings. This is his domain, his world. It'll take all you have to not let Orton take control of the match. So, good luck.
Staying attached and moves nicely into a tight headlock. Switches out of that with the head scissors.
Sharp punch. Shoulder tackle.
That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Jarring European uppercut.
What a smash!
That is just insulting.
And McIntyre's need to fight being met in kind there.
Yeah, Orton looked so crisp there.
Just mounted with punches. And a stop to the gut, too.
Drew is known as the Scottish Warrior. He loves a good fight and is not the slightest bit shy. Roll up here. Shoulders up.
Maybe that was just to keep his opponent off balance.
Grabbing the arms and just rapid stops.
Just stomping every single part of his body. That was a showing of control and aggression, something they'll want to keep up. Quick thinking counter into a takedown.
Look at this, just cranking it out.
Boom! Anticipated that.
Scouted that one.
Hooked up.
DDT!
Oh! He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
That's just Orton doing what he does best and letting him know he's not going anywhere.
He's looking to take things to the outside now.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent.
And now we're getting an up-close and personal view of this fight.
Oh, ouch. Brutal offense.
And his head is taking even more damage.
Oh, ouch. Randy completely dictating the pace here.
Yeah, we know what an in-control Orton means, and it is nothing good for McIntyre. Future shot! DDT! Drew doling out quite the punishment there.
That's just the nature of a big fight machine like McIntyre. Nice backbreaker.
Drew McIntyre's not looking so good here.
This could be the defining moment of this match for him. What does he do now?
Randy Orton wins.
Here is your winner, the Viper, Randy Orton!
There you have it. McIntyre took Orton to his limit, but in the end, the Viper struck harder once again.
I highly doubt this is the last time we'll see McIntyre and Orton collide, but if it is, both men certainly have something to be proud of. And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afonseca. And guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some...
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Somebody's got to put a stop to this.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it will take for the Dudley Boys to have control of it.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. What a collision! He got nailed by that last attack.
Alpha showing an aggression that won't be contained.
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor, but ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time. What a headbutt. Vicious.
Alpha turning up the intimidation factor.
His body has to be racked with pain.
So far, this tables match has been just as brutal as we anticipated.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their
sword.
He is looking to do some serious harm, putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further. Up top, into a Samoan drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just...
And here we go. And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here.
Oh, my! Oh. The Dudley Boys came in tonight knowing they had to turn up the dial. Had to match Alpha and Sika's level of aggression. Bubba Ray and Devon know they have to be extreme as they can be.
Yeah, but what the Dudleys call extreme, the Wild Samoans just call regular old Tuesday. Alpha and Sika are just a different breed of wrestler.
Look, I don't care who you are. You could be King Kong or a kaiju. It's going to be curtains for you if you're on the receiving side of a Wild Samoan headbutt from the top rope.
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner.
Bubba cover.
That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
Down in a hurry. I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop. How about a power slam of their own? Boom! Wow!
Knee right on target. He's doing everything he can to fight out of this tough spot. Axe handle from the middle rope. Headbutt.
Evasive maneuvering there.
Down opponent and a double axe handle smash.
No, please, don't come over here.
Why, Saxton? We got the best seats in the house. From way up,
All the way down to the floor.
Man, oh man, took that crucial leap of faith and no
blast off.
Oh man, he is fired up now. He is clearly looking to destroy his opponent right now.
Not sure what's next, but I'm...
Coming back from the outside now.
Great ring awareness saved him. Alpha able to steer clear.
Oh, oof. Oh, headbutt.
He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party. Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible effort. I don't think this table's going to last much longer.
That core area really getting lit up. We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here.
And we're witnessing two titans of the tag team game absolutely destroying each other here.
And Alpha and Zika just beat the Dudley boys at their own game. I don't think people realize the amount of strength it takes to hurt someone like that.
And Zika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end. Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall.
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview mirror.
These two men took part in a triple threat for the North American title back at Spring Break and 5 months ago. But they essentially canceled.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the press
to the sky. All the way to the outside.
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
Trick Williams has been quite the difference maker for Carmelo Hayes over the last year. How many times has Williams helped Hayes and saved that North American title?
Yeah. But 10 days ago, Solo Sikoa did the same thing for Roman Reigns when he attacked Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. Sikoa has blood on his hands, too.
Now he's looking for some momentum.
That's possibly the trigger for Hayes to battle his way back into this.
Oh, not what Hayes intended. Looking for a scoop slam, but from behind.
Inverted DDT.
Carmelo's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
He's still hanging on, still in this thing.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes.
Bear. He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand. Looking to end this thing.
Can they step through? Yes.
Bust.
And he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
Hayes is being cut down at every corner.
And it looks like Solo has all the answers for Carmelo at this point.
Oh, what a quick answer.
Down with the leg drop.
That's using your head. You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy.
Sikoa showing plenty of intensity here.
And the power of Sikoa proving too much for Hayes right now. Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Clothesline in the corner. What a main event this has been for the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world.
Winding up.
Samoan spike.
It just got as bad as it could for the champ. Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could be yours.
Spinning Uranagi, the spinning solo.
Sikoa just
Hayes quick to counter.
He's pushing back now.
Carmelo was getting ground down, but could have just started a quick turnaround here. Oof, meeting of the minds creates separation.
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
Out makes the crowd see a new champion crown.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
The big question as we kick off Royal Rumble, will Roman survive tonight? It's been interesting watching Reigns throughout these The Royal Rumble Premium Live event kicks off with a match between two former brothers. Roman Reigns in his record 516-day reign as Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins, donned in the old gear that they used to wear in the Shield.
Rollins looks very comfortable in that tactical vest yet. Yeah.
But he's even more comfortable inside the head of the tribal chief. We haven't seen Roman with this type of look, this type of confusion in 500+ days.
And the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be at ringside for a championship match tonight, just not this one.
And that's just sickening to me, Cole. Reigns had just cause for firing the wise man, and now Paul's right back with his old client. Heyman has zero loyalty to the bloodline.
Okay, Corey, did you forget the fact that Roman attacked Heyman? Anyway, Reigns just needs to forget all of that tonight. Rob on the top!
Elbow drop, good Lord! Roman Reigns focusing that anger, using it to get the advantage over Seth Rollins.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
On the apron.
Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad. Back suplex.
Spine crushing.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Rollins is feeding off the WWE Universe.
Clothesline!
Off with their head.
Reigns is wasting no motion.
The power and rage of the Tribal Chief is just overwhelming Rollins here.
Those non-stop blows.
You want to wear your Shield gear? You want to play mind games with the head of the table, Seth? This is what you get. Be prepared for the wrath of the Tribal Chief.
Defiant counter to Reigns. Catches the leg. Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it. Powerbomb position.
Going down, punches and counters out.
Seth Rollins says he knows Roman Reigns so well, says he knows how to prey on the insecurities of the Universal Champion.
Rollins knew there was one thing that Roman Reigns could never, ever get over, that it was Seth Rollins who chose to end the Shield.
That blow to the back of Roman Reigns with a steel chair so many years ago broke up perhaps the greatest faction in WWE history. Who would have thought that moment would still loom so large and be the biggest key to victory for Seth freaking Rollins?
Rollins can't find any reprieve right now.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman.
Place again. the turnbuckles.
Put on the top rope. Something big's coming. The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
Oh, gets blasted into the steel steps. Reigns just imposing his will right now.
This can't be how Rollins envisioned his night going.
Rollins pulling out all the stops early. Roman Reigns needs to kick into higher gear to catch back up.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the Bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Across the top rope, what a hot shot.
Taking a flight to nowhere.
A gnarly landing. That's why you can't get caught up in the heat of the moment.
An all-around bad decision.
Superman punch! Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Whip back into the ring.
The Tribal Chief has been dominant over the last 516 days since he captured the Universal Championship. Month after month, he's dominated every top contender on the SmackDown roster.
Roman Reigns has beaten big names over the last year and a half. But Braun Strowman, Rey Mysterio, the Demon Finn Balor, even John Cena. But Reigns has to be bothered by the fact that he has never been able to knock off Rollins in a premium ladder match in his career. Never successfully defended a title against Rollins.
Indeed, two of the biggest PLE losses of Roman Reigns' career have been at the hands of Seth freaking Rollins. At Money in the Bank in 2016, Rollins defeated Reigns for the WWE title. And a year prior to that, Rollins committed the heist of the century and used the Money in the Bank to steal Roman's WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania.
Reigns, Rollins, both men are waging an epic battle.
For years, these Shield brothers would go town to town and beat the competition to a pulp. Tonight, they're doing it to each other.
I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
This might be it.
Kicks out before the 2 count.
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank.
Caught the leg. Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it.
What a spear by Reigns! This might be it! The champ might keep it here!
The head of the table and Seth freaking Rollins are at war right now.
Bombs being thrown between these Shield brothers, but only one will be left standing.
Rollins lands hard ringside. Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
From way up.
Double axe handle.
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count. The visionary allowing us all to appreciate his very presence.
Bell rings and the WWE Universal title is on the line. Roman Reigns over 500 days as Universal Champion, but nobody has been in his head like his old brother-in-arms, Seth Rollins.
Well, Seth freaking Rollins tore that brotherhood apart 8 years ago, and we can now see that the Tribal Chief never truly recovered from that night.
Well, speaking of family, the Usos have been banned from ringside, and last month, Roman fired Heyman from the bloodline. So right now, the head of the table needs to win without any allies by his side.
Ripcord applied. Oh, and a forearm.
Gentlemen, for 17 months, Roman Reigns has dominated. He had special counsel and cousins to help him stay in control, to keep his cool, to concentrate on the business at hand. But now Paul Heyman is gone, and the Usos are barred from ringside.
Without those calming forces, cracks have started to show. Every comment Rollins has made about their past cuts deeper. Every mind game breaks Roman's spirit even further. This might be the toughest physical battle the Tribal Chief has faced, but it definitely is his toughest mental battle.
Roman certainly seems out of his comfort zone right now, guys.
Reigns and his comfort zone aren't even in the same zip code tonight, Cole. Unless he can snap out of it fast, he's going to make a mistake that Rollins will capitalize on.
Placing him in the corner.
No escape from these punches.
Even before Seth put his gear on, he came into this match with a clear-cut advantage.
You're right, Cole. 1 week ago on SmackDown, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens defeated the Usos. As a result, Jimmy and Jay are barred from ringside.
It was an all-or-nothing move, as Rollins would have lost his title opportunity had that match gone the other way. It just proves that Seth freaking Rollins will take every freaking risk to win.
Oh, look at this, raining right hands.
Non-stop blows. Reigns seems to be taking just a little bit more pleasure than he usually does as he piles on the attacks. The disdain he has for Rollins is off the charts.
Rollins sent ringside. Looking to explore things ringside now.
Oh, it gets put into the barricade.
The stomp has been so effective for Rollins, but he might have an even more dangerous move this night with the pedigree.
Indeed, the pedigree made famous by a man who's been part of the story since the beginning. Triple H, the man who manipulated Rollins into turning on the Shield, became something of a father figure for Rollins.
And judging by the cerebral approach Rollins has taken tonight, he indeed knows how to play the game.
And he slides him back to the mat.
Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming.
Oh, man, right into the steel steps. I have to admit, it's a pretty cold move for Rollins to just take the years of history the Shield had and turn it into a joke here tonight.
It's appalling, Saxton. Rollins has always treated that sacred history as a joke. Now we know that Roman Reigns is a loyal man, a family man. What Seth Rollins did to his family 8 years ago was cowardly. Now it's time for Rollins to pay.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Roman's on a roll here.
And you can see Seth is being run into the ground by Roman. Schoolboy into the pin. Looking to seal the deal, guys.
Well, this is unexpected, Byron.
Yeah, I'm guessing he wasn't fully in position.
Calculating the next move here.
All the way down.
I hate to say this, but the Tribal Chief has become extremely frazzled without the benefit of having the bloodline by his side.
Every little move Rollins makes seems to put Reigns on edge. This outfit, the Shield's entrance music. I bet if Rollins gave Roman a fist bump, it would make the Tribal Chief go nuclear.
Oh, that was just malicious.
That was disrespectful. Oh! What a headbutt. Reigns, ready to strike.
Superman punch. Absolutely laid Rollins out. And now Reigns can finally overcome his former Shield brother.
Launched right out of the ring.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here. Bam! could be enough to continue the reign.
I don't even think Roman's aware of where he is anymore. He has tunnel vision for Rollins. The only thing the Tribal Chief is seeing right now is red. And heaven have mercy on Reigns,
And here's Reigns now, misses wildly with the clothesline attempt. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Roman Reigns from out of nowhere with a spear!
That could end it for Rollins if Roman could just make the cover.
Roman trying to fight through the pain. Oh my, guys. Guys, look at what Rollins is doing.
After all these two have been through, Rollins wants that Shield fist bump.
Reigns shaking it off as Rollins continues to try to play mind games.
Yeah, but that may have triggered a litany of emotions within the Tribal Chief. Reigns unsure of what to do.
Roman Reigns determining what to do now. Will he slay his former brother? Reigns now. Look, gonna lock in the guillotine. Submission
Well, there's
move
your
locked
answer.
in. Submission move locked in.
Rollins in major peril right now. Rollins looking like he's starting to fade.
Seth trying desperately to make it to the bottom rope.
I'm not sure he can make it, Corey.
Trying to make it to the rope to force some sort of break. Seth trying to hang on. How can he do this here? Is Rollins going to tap there? What's Rollins going to do? Is he going to tap out?
Well, he makes it to the rope. Reigns has a 5 count to break the hold.
And Reigns breaks the hold here. Roman breaks the hold, and this match continues.
It just shows you how locked in Roman Reigns is to winning this match. Rollins just motionless now. Roman had that guillotine locked in far too long.
Well, the oxygen slowly circulating through Seth again, but I feel it's just a matter of time. The fun and games Rollins has been playing has pushed the Tribal Chief past his boiling point.
Reigns hits it!
Chance to retain here. The champ might have put this one to bed. Being set up in the corner for something.
He manages to slip in. By Reigns!
That is how a true champion defends their title.
Oh, Superman punch!
Reigns not done yet. Spear! The champ delivering when it counts.
Step ahead there.
Reigns hits it!
Perfect execution by the champion.
Reigns is setting up, Michael! Here it comes! Spear! The champ taking care of business here.
There's 2. He's still in this fight.
I don't believe it. How did the challengers survive that?
By the skin of their teeth. And don't expect the champ to start going easy on him now.
Roman has been denied. This is not something we're used to seeing, and by the looks of things, neither is Reigns.
And he is directed into the corner. Superman punch by Reigns. The spear. That's it. The title's going nowhere.
Here's the pin. A kick out by the challenger, keeping the championship dream alive.
The champion's shock is palpable.
The champ will have to dig deeper now.
Reigns now realizing that he's facing an even tough spear by Reigns. That's
got to be it. Consider the championship retained.
2.
And Reigns retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Champion,
Roman Reigns has finally done it. Finally earned that title defense against Seth Rollins. Finally exorcised the ghost of the Shield.
It looks like a huge weight has been lifted from the shoulder.
And gentlemen, it is time for Bloodline War Games. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu.
Both of these sides have a deep and abiding hatred for one another. Solo felt he was held down. His crew never called up during Roman's time as the tribal chief.
But most of the men on Roman's side were unceremoniously removed from the bloodline courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And those who weren't have faced continued attacks from the new bloodline.
The winners tonight are very likely to be considered the true bloodline by the WWE Universe. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. Boom, nice. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table, called himself the tribal chief.
And when he asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him, we're hearing more and more of the crowd agree.
Well, Solo has grown in power with big wins and title reigns, but this is his biggest test yet. If his crew can defeat Roman's, Sikoa will be everything he says he is and more.
An overbearing assault on Jacob now.
Jacob's having trouble assessing the situation.
Worked in the leg with that move. An effective attack to the leg can hurt everything from balance to mobility. It can drastically limit you inside the ring.
A lot to prove from the new bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
No, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure. Looking for a belly-to-back suplex into the neck breaker. Beautiful.
Ooh. 8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
From the top.
Putting some serious wear and tear on that leg.
Spin! Can Jacob Fatu come back from that? Oh, kick lands. Oof. Ouch. Ooh.
Jacob sidesteps that.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
A quick response to Jay's offense. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for so up high.
Ooh, showing no signs of defense here, guys.
Spinning kick to the gut.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this. Is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he wants it one more time. And looking at Jacob Fatu, and that was a well-executed attack.
Jacob about to end this fight.
Jacob setting himself up top.
From the top!
Diving headbutt!
Target acquired and destroyed. Lining up the War Games cage, headed for the top. Blast off!
The splash connects! Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once it comes. Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, will Jay take advantage?
And guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
He gets manhandled over into the opposite ring. He's made sure the odds are above and beyond his favor now.
Lands face first.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jay to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forget.
We've seen the wars that Jay has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jay has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the one to put away the new bloodline, he will truly be the main event of War Games.
Man, what a hit.
And with his coming entrant, the teams will officially be evened up. But then to Sami Zayn.
Was that all she wrote for top of the rope?
I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance. Look out! How much longer can this really go on?
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan, but if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP.
Kick.
Oh, man. Spear! Will Jimmy end this? Oh, that hurt. Ooh. And his hand was once again the target. Time for him to defend against that.
Ooh, down low and down he goes.
Watch it!
From the top with the splash.
You see?
Captured.
Jay nailed all of it. Oh, this one headbutt. Just take a look at the WWE Universe. They know there is no better place to be than right here, right now. Super kick.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. The countdown hurtling towards a shift to the status quo. Going to be agonizing for the arm. Tonga doesn't seem as composed after that attack.
And the Tribal Chief is now entering Bloodline War Games. Oh!
He's headed up high.
Entering the ring and just
From the top.
slows down.
Saw it coming. It counters it. Meanwhile, we have Sami Zayn.
Dodges out of the way.
Clothesline takes him down.
Forget about it. Sandy with a big boot.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here.
Oh no, trapping the arm. Vicious stomp to the hand.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gotta hurt.
Sammy in a tight spot.
His body is dealing with a lot of stress here.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
Up on their shoulder.
And a series of vicious stomps.
He's certainly feeling that attack. Then it's James.
Jacob Fatu's got a problem here. He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd. Good golly, Miss Mary. Isolating their opponents all in all.
And now the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, joining Bloodline War Games. Snapmare could set something else up.
Going up the cage, they almost have some sort of strategy in mind. From the top.
They're able to slip away from that.
Jay ready to end things.
Close to the end.
Oh, and a knee. And another. Burying knees into the body.
Getting set up in the corner.
Meanwhile, here's Sami Zayn.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
And clearly some targeted offense coming his way there.
Going after your opponent's head is brazen. Very effective.
Target in the arm. And Sami is not where he wants to be.
Yeah, Tom,
Lift off. Misses big time. And just look at the damage to Zayn's face after that shot.
Oh, man, taking it to the trachea.
oh my, holding the table with surprising accuracy. Top rope.
It's Jimmy.
Jimmy with a game ender. Never saw it. Comes another one. DDT.
Can Reigns recover from that?
And scaling the steel.
This is either madness or brilliance. What a forearm.
Tossed clear across that gap and crashing down into the opposite ring.
This is where Stardust might catch up to him.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of blow. Uh-oh, forearm gonna knock the win.
That's only to the submission hold. He's
From the top.
scrambling up the top turnbuckle.
Uso.
But now here's Jey Uso.
Will Jey take advantage?
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's gonna hurt.
Double leg takedown. Got the shoulders down. Kick right to the midsection.
And Roman fights back.
Nice.
Oh, the elbow connects.
Looking for a belly to back suplex.
Back suplex into the neck breaker. Oh, what a clubbing blow. Ouch. Boom.
And a disorienting blow to the head there.
Tearing down the leg now. Now we see Tonga lower. Kicks out before one.
What a kick out.
Total disregard as he deposits him onto the metal platform. Super kick. And his crew remains the focus here.
Every blow taking more of his breath away.
Jacob spear. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
The back of the neck. Into the pin.
Is that enough?
Makes the save and they continue this match.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
You are not alone in your shock, Cole. We thought that was it. And planted them with the well-executed DDT.
Good God. Tama Tonga.
And looking
seeing more offense directed toward the head.
Smart strategy in any situation. Boom, right in the button. Here we go.
Delivering right hands and slamming their opponent's face to Solo Sikoa.
Someone pinned. Does Jimmy have enough time to recover?
Whoa, just in time.
I thought this thing was over.
There's new life in Sammy after that attack.
Solo's had moments in the driver's seat, but now he's hanging on by a thread here.
Super kick.
Hold on here. What good reason does he have to be climbing up the cage now?
And taking even more damage to his head here.
He might want to start protecting himself better.
This could be it. He could win it all here. He comes to the rescue for his team. And we see Zayn.
And over to the other ring he goes.
Little thunderbomb. Fired hard into the corner. It crashes to the mat. Look at Jey Uso going top rope.
Uso with the Uso splash.
Jey can seal it here.
It is clear that he is an excruciating
Top rope. Uso splash by Jey. And that can vanquish Tom.
Uso
and Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso splash. Jimmy might have just finished things.
Totally hopeless at the moment. Scoop slam.
Left hammer right to the gut.
Super kick. Follow count by Sami Zayn.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
And this is over. Boom.
No doubt, Sammy just ended this. Having trouble making it to a Reigns on the money with a Superman punch. Uso.
Now looking at Jey.
I'll tell you what, hitting the floor from that height has got to hurt. Just took a very unpleasant trip from ring to ring.
Shadow feeling like it's over. He could have got by Tama Tonga. And look out. Here it comes. The Tonga twist.
Tama could end it there.
And then quickly the cover.
Tongaloa trying to secure the victory. Now we see Tongaloa. His arm shot on the mat before one.
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
Oh, he flips that around.
Oh, I think the ring just moved.
Knife edge shot echoing through the arena.
Oh, disturbing impact. Driving the cage, but that makes absolutely no sense in this match. Shutting that down with the back elbow.
Going takedown. Gonna stack them up here.
Hold on.
Trying to steal one here. And we see Tongaloa.
Wrenching away the arm.
And stomping away in the corner. Oh.
Ooh, right to the arm.
Into the cover. This might be it. On the save.
That might have been it.
Ricochet off the turnbuckles.
Clothesline takes him down. Yeah. Sent flying over to the other ring.
Wait a second. He's going up the wall. The extreme top rope.
And it's Jey.
Tonga able to avoid impact. Escape out of that attack.
Oh, man, he took a hard landing into the other ring.
Super kick.
Being carried around now.
Sami Zayn has his opponent hooked. Nasty boot by Zayn. Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
As the setup in the corner of the ring. Reigns delivers a Superman punch. Knocked out again. Oh, sits straight to the corner.
He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
What did he do?
Tama Tonga. Tama could end it there.
And that took Reigns down.
And Solo's team takes it.
All hail the true bloodline.
Here are your winners.
Here we go. First 2 combatants locked in the War Game structure. The original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline in the match beyond.
The WWE Universe has wanted to see this war for some time, gentlemen. Roman and his old guard versus Solo and the new crew.
So many questions. Can Roman's teammates put their past animosity aside? Can the rest of Solo's gang handle a match against competitors with more War Games experience?
Well, Byron, I think we'll know the answer to all those questions just a matter of minutes. I think tonight is going to be a breakout performance for Jacob Fatu. So much raw talent in that young man.
Every Bloodline member, new and old, is a generational athlete. But Jacob seems to be a step ahead of every one of these men at times.
Many already believe Jacob can take the mantle as the leader of the Bloodline. If he's the one to earn the victory tonight, his time as the tribal chief may come sooner than anyone thinks.
Every strike more devastating than the last.
Punch after punch after punch. If there's one man here with the most to prove, it's got to be Tonga Loa.
We've often seen that the man with the most to prove ends up being the difference maker in War Games.
Many folks think Tonga Loa is just a foot soldier for Solo. But let's not forget, this man is the son of Haku. Just like his father, Tonga Loa truly excels in a brawl. And there is no bigger brawl than War Games.
All the momentum is swung to Jey Uso.
Uso is determined right now. Oh, man, Jacob Fatu just got busted up.
Through the ring door and adding a bit of leverage to the situation.
Oh! Oh!
8 men in this war, but one seems to be fighting his own internal battle. That man, Jimmy Uso.
He's currently on Team Roman, but this might be an instance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well, Jimmy had clashes with Roman. He went to war with his brother Jey, but the men who put Jimmy on the shelf for months stand across the ring. Jimmy's out for every member of Solo's squad tonight, and he'll deal with the rest of his fractured family later.
A lot to prove from the new Bloodline tonight. Gentlemen, do you think they can do it?
Absolutely, Cole. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga have been competing on a different level as of late.
They have won some major matches and earned titles too, but I worry they might not be as ready for War Games as Roman's crew. There's a lot more big match experience in general on Roman's side.
Now, that may be true, but Solo's side has youth and a devil-may-care attitude that can work out tremendously inside War Games. I expect Solo's side to go all out here inside this sadistic structure.
But after the head and neck again,
Maybe trying to rattle the opposition's balance.
Sami Zayn grew so much as a member of the Bloodline, it really gave him a sense of self-worth.
Yeah, but part of that self-worth came from defying Roman, from defeating the Usos, which begs the question, and I wish there was a better way to phrase this, is Sami Zayn still Usi?
I think he is, Corey. Sami seems elated to be fighting alongside Jey and even Jimmy. Those are his dogs.
And looking at Jey Uso.
Can Jacob Fatu come back from that?
Super kick finds the mark.
Entering even more dangerous territory. Scaling the War Games cage wall. Solo Sikoa, leader of the new bloodline, has called himself the head of the table. Called himself a tribal. Here we go. And main event Jey Uso isn't looking so big after that hit there.
Yeah, Jacob looked confident going on the attack.
Tagaloa being neutralized there.
Yeah, Zayn put a little extra oomph into that one.
Clothesline to the back of the neck. The count has started and one team is about to have the odds in their favor.
Vicious backbreaker.
Got flipped upside down there.
Here's the buzzer, and Jimmy Uso is looking for revenge against the new bloodline in War Games. Climbing into the ring, pretty much entering a war zone.
There's so much on the line in this one, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
From the top.
Tagaloa was expecting that.
And Tagaloa heads him off with the pet, and it's Jey Uso.
Jey nailed all of it.
He looks absolutely dead on his feet.
Yeah, he's just running on fumes now.
Ow, devastating kick. Manages to reverse it. Oh, God. And again, that has been the target here.
It's a surefire way. Oh, he went low. The humility.
Sammy skiing sure helping him out there. Hey, guys, this is what War Games is all about. Both bloodlines leaving it all in the ring.
The old guard and new school trading their biggest shots in one of the most dangerous environments in all of WWE.
Gotta be a bit tough for Jey to stand up amongst this team. Some close allies, but some enemies he's yet to forgive.
We've seen the wars that Jey has waged with his cousin Roman, with his brother Jimmy, but he needs to put that aside tonight.
And Jey has the title wins and big victories that earned him the main event moniker. But if he's the... From the top!
Diving headbutt!
Numbers about to be even, but not before he brings in a little backup from the outside. And guys, I'm getting worried here as the attacks to the head continue.
Yeah, this is not a good situation. What's Jacob Fatu's intentions here? DDT! Jey is down.
Solo Sikoa's group at a decided disadvantage. His side has less experience inside this structure.
But look at how young and hungry Team Solo is. In particular, Tama Tonga is a real wild card. He's like a hyena locked in a cage with a bunch of raw meat.
I even asked Tama backstage if he was looking forward to this match, and he just said to me,
Great journalism there, Byron.
thanks, Michael.
We've got to acknowledge these fans, a packed arena, and we're hearing every Uso splash!
Will Jimmy seal this up?
The pillars of this building must be crumbling from the energy these fans are putting out right now.
These superstars are giving it their all, and this audience is giving it right back. Oh,
Super kick! And the balance of power is about to shift with this upcoming entrant.
Uso, Sami Zayn, the ultimate underdog, going for broke, looking for the home run shot here.
Surging under the ring now. This can't be good.
He's carrying some serious equipment into the cage with him, ready to fully exploit the numbers game. Adding some extra spice to the numbers advantage by coming in armed to the teeth.
look at the amount of members on each team now. This truly has the potential to become one-sided.
Knew what Roman had coming. The skull with a hit from that trash can. Lands the trash can.
That'll leave a mark. Creates a little space for the kick.
Escape that and hurt. And he's seeing stars right about now.
Either stars or he's seeing double. And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Boom! What a right! Oh, what a club!
something in mind.
Lift off.
He tosses him over and into the other ring.
Countering with a chop block will alter any attack.
Things will get back to an even playing field with the next entrant. This is just turning into a savage display of violence.
Goddamn right. Another big move.
And looking at Jacob Fatu.
DDT! Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? Good God, what force. The hammer dropped. Literally. Something might be broken.
He's looking fairly drained. Looking for something under the apron before entering.
Tama Tonga setting it up. Here it comes.
Target twist.
Yes.
This has officially begun as the last combatant in assesses the situation.
Entering one of the most dangerous matches in WWE history has to be unnerving.
Top rope. Splash! Jay can seal it here.
And Zayn getting knocked around there. Look at it. What's next? But meanwhile, Zayn. And did you hear the impact of that?
The head of the table cinches it in.
Putting his opponent to sleep with the guillotine.
He submits. He taps out. And that's another well-placed attack to his head and neck area.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jay Uso, and Sami Zayn, the Bloodline.
The Islanders and Street Profits facing off here in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Two teams that mix high flying and hard hits with ease. This is going to be exciting.
The Islanders move at such speeds that you can't take your eyes off them for a second. The Street Profits have got to be at their best if they hope for a win tonight.
You can tell that Haku and Tama want to end the party for Dawkins and Ford. Luckily, they have the biggest party pooper in WWE in their corner in the form of the Weasel, Bobby Heenan. Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path.
Running power slam!
He counters with a great reversal. Oh, did you hear the impact? That holds back Ford's attack. A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
There's a tag.
Tag made, double team. Gonna send their opponent across the ring into the ropes, and
Here it comes! Big time impact.
so many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
And Ford had it scouted. And a drop kick.
Picture perfect.
Haku taking a step back and measuring his opponent. Getting him right into the corner.
What a counter! We're watching two great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential. Schoolboy into the pin. Does he have him here?
I don't know why he just called off the pin attempt.
Hopefully he has a strategy.
Haku
With the top.
and he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. Tag made. Sending the opposition mid-ring. Ow. Double headbutt. Samoan drop, Byron.
Hawaiian drop. Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan. He'll do anything for his clients.
Don't you dare disparage the brain, Saxton. Heenan is indeed a wise man who has quickly brought the Islanders up the ranks. They'll be tag champions in no time. Uh-oh. Headbutt. Bam. Oh.
Some mental chess here from Tama.
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around.
Sunset flip.
And Montez Ford finds himself on the defensive.
The Islanders straight up crushing the Profits here.
Tag. Tag made.
He connects with a counter. Big back body drop.
What elevation.
Sent right into the corner.
The Islanders make the tag. Haku and Tama planning something big here. Double team savate kick. And the Islanders just sent the Profits up in smoke.
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Animosity family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and of course the Usos. Every person with bloodline affiliation has been a real problem for the Profits. Let's see if their fortunes change against the Islanders. Here it comes. Big time impact.
And the Profits definitely have that it factor, but it didn't look like it mattered.
Down the run with the schoolboy, shoulders are down. This could do it.
He cuts the pin attempt short. Oh,
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is not just about winning. This is about taking over.
Oh, what a headbutt.
On the mark. I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Heenan and the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished for it. Then again, the corrupt president who handed out that suspension also vacated the WWE Championship from the top. Oh, agile movement.
putting it all on the line.
Taking flight. Oh, man, he landed rough there.
Steered away there. This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sniff of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton, but I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on... Look out! Bullseye!
And another climb. He's making a statement here.
From the top, down with the elbow.
Took a gamble once, took a gamble again, and hit the jackpot twice. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, ouch.
He's going up.
From way up. Oh!
Stops the attack with a hit to the gut.
Cross body.
Heading up to the top turnbuckle.
Incoming.
And Tama wasn't shown any mercy there.
Sky high. Delivers the elbow. We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the air this often.
The Islanders beating Angelo and Montez at their own game now. Oh, that's going to sting your back.
The Profits battling with every ounce of their souls.
And the Islanders are unleashing a mauling. Oh, what a clothesline. Oh, what a headbutt.
Ooh, caught with a knee to the mush.
He's in a bad spot on that turnbuckle. Perched in a dangerous position up top. It's about to get worse from here.
Great response to Tama there.
He saw that one coming.
Drop toe hold.
Tama way up high. Watch out!
Coming down with incredible force.
The Profits are down. The Islanders are about to reap the rewards. This is it.
And the cover.
Wow! How the hell do you kick out of that?
I have no words. Not even a 2 count.
And I think to get the pinfall, you have to try that maneuver one more time. Tama is overwhelming the opposition here.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Here's a cover. Could be it.
A well-earned fall there. Placed him in the corner here.
Boom! Oh!
Big cover on Montez. This could be the end. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
The fact that these superstars can still be moving at this point is beyond the realm of reality.
Return fire from Dawkins.
Dawkins might be able to start mounting something here.
Yeah, Dawkins' survival instincts are taking over.
Tag made, the Islanders. What do they have planned here? Oh,
Double team savate kick.
nothing Montez can do now. Ooh, he thinks he has it.
Second fall for the Islanders, and they beat the Profits.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a match matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tom...
The Bloodline Gauntlet match begins here, gentlemen, with our first entrant.
A superstar with a daunting challenge ahead.
It feels like it all has led up to this. A chance to place yourself at the head of the table. The proving ground is right here, right now.
It will be a gauntlet containing a member from every branch of the Bloodline family tree. The odds are almost insurmountable.
The road is treacherous, but surviving it will bring you immortality.
Down in a hurry.
And we know there was turmoil in the family coming into this match, so much so they decided a gauntlet match was the only way to set the narrative straight.
Let's call it what it is, Michael. The family wants to put this member in their place, wants to bring them down a peg. To me, tonight reads more like punishment for having ambition.
Right into a DDT! The Rock, an arm wrench, DDT! And Fatu got tested there.
You can almost feel the intensity coming from The Rock on that attack.
Pulled in for
Belly to belly!
Here's the trademark intense offense of The Rock.
Showing exactly why he's the great one.
Oklahoma slam!
And we know the lineup we are seeing tonight is exceptionally talented. Each one is capable of taking anybody to their breaking point.
Yeah, but I think our prime challenger has a chip on their shoulder. As dangerous as this lineup looks, I do believe the most dangerous individual is the one who's taking them all on.
And that was an efficient form of offense with that move. Pulled in for a
belly to belly.
Off into the pin. He's able to kick out before two.
He couldn't make much of that pin attempt.
Up on the shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
And that blow has him wavering. Oklahoma slam. Fatu is having problems here.
Fatu has run into a roadblock.
What a clothesline. Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat.
Just ruthless. Look, the most intelligent competitor in a battle knows that there are many roads to victory, including the low road.
Ooh. He's quick to get out of the way there.
Body drop. This pin could put The Rock away for good. He got the shoulder up in time.
He's still got more left in the tank.
Fatu got surprised there. Clothesline! A gauntlet match is such a fitting stipulation for tonight, Corey. From the top.
Elbow drop. Oh, it's a piercing elbow.
And he just got caught good once again.
Yeah, he's on his back foot now. I don't see things turning around in his favor. What do you have to do to put this guy away?
Up fast. Spine buster. Down hard. Boom. Strong kick. Into the cover.
That's it. It's over. Fatu's taken out of this gauntlet match.
It's a fight for survival, and only the strongest will survive.
This gauntlet just got more interesting with the arrival of Solo Sikoa.
clothesline delivered.
And as cruel as this match might seem, let's not forget, this is family. And right or wrong, however a family settles their disputes needs to be respected.
Well, one can even ask if this is a fight to fix a family or a night to control an entire business.
It's hard to say, Byron, when the family business is all about fighting. The Rock with a great counter.
A narrow escape. Hoisted up into the snap suplex.
And that attack has the street champ looking a little less tough.
And The Rock reminding everyone that he's so much more than just catchphrases and charisma.
And let's not lose the reason for this match, the right, no, the honor to have sole possession of the seat that stands at the head of the table.
Well, if you could survive tonight, you will be at the top of the mountain, casting an enormous shadow over every possible challenger.
I'm already intimidated thinking about the Ulafala adorned around this superstar's shoulders. Rock moves in the nick of time.
Short clothesline hits its mark. Here it comes. Rock got it. I think it's over. Is it enough? The cover.
It's all over for Solo Sikoa. No match for the gauntlet.
I'm so caught up I forgot where the hell we are in the entry list. Trust me, many more battles await. The next combatant is Rosie, who's ready to take a crack at this gauntlet.
Devastating flourish from The Rock here.
The Rock's opponent needs to know his role.
Buster!
Down hard.
The Rock, he's thinking big. From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely squashed their opponent there.
From the top, double axe handle connects.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
And a stop to the gut.
Uh-oh. Boom! Read that one.
Rosie.
There's the cover. Hook the leg. Wait a minute.
Wait. Feet on the ropes.
Ref caught the feet on the ropes. Rosie is getting beaten down here.
Tough spot for Rosie. Pulls their opponent in. Belly top belly.
And into the count. 2. And he kicks out at 2.
Able to squeeze that shoulder out. So close. You got to dodge just in time. I wonder if he can smell what The Rock is cooking.
Sends the knee into the face. That'll stop you.
Each superstar trying to counter is gaining advantage. Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days.
Electrifying offense from the Brahma Bull.
I think The Rock's opponent can smell it, guys. Ooh, body shot.
Connected with the knee.
He's able to take a stand there.
Rosie trying to bring the fight back in this one.
That has to take all the breath out of you.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there.
Oh, it is aggression, just pure brutality.
Easy. I see how it is. Going to take any shortcut to bypass a clean competition.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a shortcut, Saxton.
Rosie Rosie left an opening for the counter. Clothesline!
Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows.
And a stop.
Will this be enough? Just gets the shoulder up.
Couldn't quite slam the door yet.
Oh, ouch. Oh, what a kick. Uh-oh. About to hit.
Rock bottom. Outlook is bad for Rosie.
There's two. Rosie's out of here. Eliminated from this gauntlet match.
Yeah, there's still a whole slew of entrants to go.
And here comes Tama, bringing everything he's got to this gauntlet match. Big time clothesline.
Good grief.
And Corey, there's more than family pride on the line tonight. Everyone at WWE is watching, wanting to know this challenge can be conquered.
And think about the bragging rights if you run through the gauntlet of one of the most prestigious families in all of wrestling. You will automatically be considered the toughest badass walking this earth.
And stays one step ahead. Sunset flip! And just like that, we've kicked the tempo up a notch. Shot to the gut will break things up.
Over into a DDT. Vintage rock right there. Producing a trampling.
Hit with the knee.
Oh. Tama saw what was coming. Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Hoisted up.
Gutbuster.
Tama isn't being given any room to recover.
This is a good job of keeping Tama in check.
He may get the 3 count right here.
This is it.
Well, Tama has been eliminated.
Still early in this gauntlet match. We still have 5 more contestants on the list. And now we've got Tama Tonga stepping up in this gauntlet match.
The Rock is laying the smack it down.
The Rock reaching that other level.
Countering that offense.
Crucial turnaround here because Tama was falling behind.
But Tama still has more to do to get this fully in his favor.
Snap suplex.
Oh, he had that scouted. Pummels the shoulder.
Oof. And Tama evades that.
Tama Tonga seems unable to turn the momentum here.
This is a more daunting task than Tama Tonga bargained for.
Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
Climbing up the corner. From the top.
Elbow drop. Oh, it's a piercing elbow.
Someone get the spatula. We have a human being to scrape up. And a stomp to the gut.
He averts the offense.
And Tama Page for leaving an opening. Caught in a bad spot.
There it is. We can end it here.
And the Rock kicks out.
Easy kick out there, but they'll get harder soon.
Uh-oh. About to hit. Using his own move against him.
And he is incredulous after the kick out. Almost lost to his own move.
That was a golden opportunity to end things. Now he's got to hope the opportunity presents itself again. Uppercut.
That'll cost some teeth.
You can see it in these superstars fit.
From the heavens.
Oh, gosh.
That should do it right there. No, stops the count at 2.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on.
combatants await the call to fight.
Time for Haku to enter the gauntlet and prove something.
Float over.
And it went
Float over. Nice. DDT.
hooked up. Ah, shin breaker.
Haku looking to capitalize after the reversal. Oh, great wherewithal there. Up on the shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
And it looked like Haku got caught hard by that.
Yeah, The Rock is over
From the top. Elbow drop. Good Lord.
All that size and momentum landing with a sickening thud.
Here it comes. The Rock has this wrapped up.
2 count. Time's up for Haku. No longer running the gauntlet.
And another one bites the dust, but there are 3 opponents still on their way. Out comes Rikishi, ready for this gauntlet match.
off the attack and lands the suplex.
At this point in the gauntlet, are you gentlemen stunned by how long this combatant has been able to survive?
Look, you should never underestimate the fire of a Samoan. In any other circumstance, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you look at the caliber of relatives already eliminated, you can't help but be impressed.
Momentum completely in the corner of The Rock.
The Brahma Bull getting himself some at Rikishi's expense.
And the cheers of the crowd couldn't save Rikishi from harm there.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opens people's eyes to The Rock.
Into the cover! No! 2 count!
Almost inhuman at this point. The suspense this crowd is feeling is palpable.
They are waiting with bated breath for what's to come next.
Things now not going well for Rikishi.
And The Rock's opponent is looking like a jabroni.
He's headed to the top now. From the top. Diving elbow drop. Are you kidding me? Cover. 2 count. Kicks out. He still has life.
I didn't think we'd see a kick out there.
Ooh. Into a dragon screw leg whip.
Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver.
Hooked up and
DDT.
Natural athletic ability shown by The Rock.
Yeah, Rikishi's on the wrong side.
From way up. Diving double axe handle. Does he get it here? Almost ended it there.
how?
Uh-oh.
About to go. With a rock bottom. Can Rikishi come back from that?
2. He's got it. Rikishi's not moving on in this gauntlet.
They are out of here. But we still have 2 more participants hoping to run the gauntlet. Jamal looking ready as ever for this gauntlet.
And as we get deeper into this war for the head of the table, the WWE Universe has gained hope. They're starting to believe a miracle is possible tonight.
The energy in the arena has shifted. Members of the Bloodline may have expected things to be over by now, but somehow one of their own has proven to be defiant in the face of all challengers. Carefully measuring, waiting to strike.
Punch straight to the face, stays off the attack. Bringing the focus to the temple, hoping to disorient.
Clothesline.
He's taking on some damage at the...
Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Can he do it here? Quick shoulder up. What reflexes?
Looking for the pin.
Oh, turning the pin around.
And the Rock kicks out.
He's not letting fatigue set in or get the better of him. Oh, clothesline.
About to go. Picture perfect from The Rock.
2. And so Jamal is through in this gauntlet match.
Only 2 competitors left now in this gauntlet. Who's going to get the glory? Now entering the gauntlet is Yokozuna. Ready for action.
One final adversary stands in the way. The road has been tumultuous, but the finish line is in sight.
Finish the job on your fellow brethren, and there will be no question as to who sits at the head of the table.
Counters to gain the advantage. Oh, my Lord. What contact. Oh, man. Boom. Setting up for something here.
Someone call a dentist.
It's just getting into dangerous waters here.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate, to start going for Hail Mary plays.
Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles.
Up fast. Spine buster. Down hard.
The roar of this crowd has been building, and they are in a fever pitch right now.
You can feel the anticipation growing. There it is! Yokozuna's in serious danger.
2. Oh, shoulder up before 3.
A behemoth like Yokozuna kicking out of that. There it is!
Rock got it. I think it's over.
Wasting no time. Into the cover. The Rock for the win.
The winner of this match, and officially, your Tribal Chief, the final boss, The Rock!
The battlefield was laid out. The gauntlet was fierce. Pain will live tomorrow. Scars will remain for life. But in this family, you will rule your own kin from a seat at the head of the table.
In WWE, we expect the unexpected. But when Roman Reigns debuted a gruff new attitude, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Roman got sick of playing the game and decided it was time he focused on taking care of business inside the ring.
And he has some business to conduct here tonight as he aims to trample his opposition.
But then we have a man who's a certified threat to any superstar, Braun Breaker. Braun has that special competitive fire inside him, that drive to do whatever it takes to capture the win.
I agree. It's hard to imagine putting limits on Braun Breaker. He has that true spirit of a competitor and a willingness just to grind it out against even the toughest opposition, slowly breaking them down piece by piece.
That's unnecessary. There was no issue with that attack. Hey, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Who are we to judge?
Ooh, a knee lift. Returning back to the ring. Oh, no! Oh! Stun gun! Momentum has pivoted towards Roman.
And Roman might just have more in store.
Broken up with a
Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at
pin.
rotates out, gets the cover.
Letting his opponent out of the pin.
Yeah, gotta wonder what he's thinking. Ah, kick right to the face. And Breaker didn't exactly look like his usual powerhouse self there.
And hold on, are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all?
Oh, man, what a boot.
Corey, Braun Breaker is an intimidating powerhouse of an opponent. How exactly do you deal with him in the ring?
I think you need to have a bullfighter's mentality, Cole. Focus on baiting Braun into overextending himself and making a mistake. He'll be seeing red as you dodge his offense. Lots of counters from each athlete. Impenetrable defense. And a big right hand.
Constant pressure being kept on Braun.
Yeah, Braun got baited into this position, and he's paying for that mistake. Insulting. And it looks like he's got a bullseye on his head now. Right about now, Roman Reigns demands acknowledgement. Superman punch from Reigns.
Reigns showing no mercy.
The elders have to be smiling right now. They know they chose well.
Ooh. Reigns establishing the upper.
Breaker's got a problem here.
And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
And he's still in the game.
Simply abnormal resilience from Breaker.
It's not often we see the tribal chief held up at the 1-yard line. You have to think Roman will want to dial up that maneuver one more time. What a display of strength here.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Spear!
Braun might have brought this to a close.
Cover! Oh my God!
That's impossible.
I can't believe what we just saw.
And Breaker having to reckon with the fact that his best seemingly wasn't good enough. Directly into the cover.
The damage is done.
If that won't beat him, I'm not.
This was
Hold
not
on a
expected.
second.
I was worried about this happening. When this superstar's waiting for him, where's he at? Uh-oh,
Turn around.
There he is.
Nice counter from Breaker.
Braun Breaker hoisting up his opponent.
Check.
He wasn't just going to let him run into this match and mess things.
We just love seeing him get knocked out of pain.
And the WWE Universe is making their appreciation for these gladiators known.
He gets out of the way.
What a Frankensteiner. Immediate cover after the impact. He breaks the ref's count after one.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
Suplex attempt. Able to go behind, though. Into a chop block. With all these blows to the head, he has to be disoriented.
I think that's the plan, Cole. Try to keep him on the back foot.
And Reigns unleashes the Superman punch.
Braun's chances are fading.
Wasting no time. Shoulders are down. Finally got him. I can't believe this match is finally over.
Here is your